Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Report here on a Monday.
Yep.
The Barnes and Tony show.
Big old Monday
once
show.
Again, post horseshoe. No run this morning. How you doing, Tony?
Doing all right. Yes, no run this morning. Don't feel as good as if I did go on the run. But nonetheless, you know, it was a long weekend, dude. Got a little bit extra rest. Don't feel like it, but I'm doing all right.
And it's kind of interesting. I feel like we're kind of the polar opposite with like the run, even though, you know, I'm on the elliptical instead of like running outside. Mm-hmm. But I feel like for you, like, am I wrong to say it's like if you don't get the run done first thing in the morning, like that's it? Like there is no run or no?
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to go. Well, see, but the only thing, like, because I've tried to do like the later run.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks because there's more people on the road.
Uh-huh.
But then it's also like, then it's hard for me to do the late run, but then try to get back at the early run the next day. Like that quick turnaround, dude.
Messes you up.
It does mess me up. But I don't know, maybe today I can get a run in.
Because I had to say, I mean, if
later.
it was like, oh, I'm off from work and like I can go to the gym at like 9 or 10, like no problem. But I can't do like a 6 a.m. workout. It's just not in the cards. And it's like I have to go to the gym on my way home from work. I can't like go. Oh yeah, go at 7. Yeah. No, I'll see you there.
I used to be a post-work gym guy, but I don't know, dude. After a while, it was just like I'd rather get it done before than just go home. You know?
Yeah, no, I would. But then at the same time, I just feel like though, if you get out, you know, let's say around 4 or something, like the games don't start till 7. You got time for dinner. I mean, it kind of does work out good, no?
Yeah. No, it does. It does.
It's
late though. It's a lot, and then if you have to cook dinner, God forbid,
that's why you just don't cook.
That's why you just get Remos.
Yeah, every day.
Every day, the broccoli rabe, dude.
Dude, it's not bitter, dude.
It is bitter. It definitely is
your
bitter.
mother will tell you it's not bitter. And by the way, she says good morning.
My mother does say, wow, let's go. First on the docket, good morning for my mother. Yes, good morning. My mother's, speaking of sleeping in, off on Mondays, dude. Shops closed, you know, so on.
I mean, why didn't they go to AC last night?
My dad works Monday through Friday.
Yeah,
there you go, dude.
he could quick turnaround, no?
By now, he probably used up all his freaking off days, dude. But
he's second home at the Borgata.
We also got Michael Buckta, who says, yo, Barnes, where were you guys on Friday? How are you doing?
No, but Michael needs to know our exact schedule. Otherwise, like, he's not going to be okay.
No, it's very true, dude. We had an outsourced gig. You know, a client hired us Friday. If you maybe kept up with our social media, Michael, you would have, you know, seen the announcement of what happened, dude.
Yeah, and I actually have a question because I could be wrong, but where was Michael during last night's edition of the Sports Report at the Horseshoe?
How about that, dude?
Michael?
And they said it's too eager to go to Disneyland. Barnes, expect me sending pictures of the castle and the park.
I feel like Tony's more your guy for the Disneyland, honestly.
Yeah,
versus
I
me,
guess so.
even though it's like you're not, you know, Mr. You know, you're not Waldo.
No, I'm not Waldo. Walt?
No, well, isn't Waldo a Disney character?
No, I don't think so. Where's Waldo is that book where you have to look for Waldo? I don't.
It has nothing to do with Disney?
I don't think so, dude.
I feel like it does, definitely.
All right, let's look it up. Where's Waldo? Who makes... There's no way, dude.
No, because you're always big with anything that I suggest.
You're always big with anything I suggest. Martin Hanford.
Actually, just give me 1 second.
All right. By the way, Brian's wrong with the Where's Waldo. Why is this so big on my screen? I don't know. Brian's off camera. I'm back on camera. But you know, again, outside of the sports, you know, just Brian's wealth of knowledge doesn't go as deep here. And then he also says, Michael Buckta, 8-2 Steelers. I'm loving it. Yeah, dude, you know, you really should be. I mean, an absolute, a true litmus test there for the Steelers. At least their defense, anyway. Because, I mean, in terms of Baltimore, I mean, I feel like we've spoken about their secondary being not as good, their defensive front being not as good as previous years. Obviously, they did very well in stunting Russell Wilson. But I think, maybe it was Mike Tomlin. I don't know. Or, again, the Steelers' defense. But they were just on top of it, dude. Mika Fitzpatrick. My mother says put up the Christmas tree yesterday. That must have been really nice. You think it's too early? Brian says too early. I don't think so.
Agree with us. I thought you said Thanksgiving.
Well, my mother does put it up for Thanksgiving. Like she puts up the tree for Thanksgiving.
But I thought it's like a tradition. Like day after Thanksgiving, tree goes up. No,
Not at my house.
has it always been around this time?
I want to say yeah, dude.
Wait, what was
yeah.
the thing on Waldo?
No, no Disney.
But you see, like, I think you're too excited, just like with the whole Sophia thing, to say that I'm wrong about something. Just because it's not sports, so you just like automatically like just piggyback on. Oh no, he doesn't know what he's talking about. No,
That's not at
like
all.
I feel like with the Pac-Man though, it's like you're like offended almost.
I feel like you're
like
offended,
you definitely
dude.
like the soundbite that Michael played last night on the show. I swear to God, I would say it's a millisecond away from being a full Sophia. It's like fucking Sophia. Like it's not you acting it's so crazy. Like there's no way. Like it's like I'm making it up, dude. Like no, that's not what it is.
You are making it up.
You don't think it's close, that bite that he played?
No. I think it's Sophia, dude.
Sophia. No, but he just puts a little on it. That's all it is.
Oh my gosh! All right. My mother, by the way, says it's never too early for happy.
No, I get it, but I'm
damn.
just. I don't know. That just always seemed like kind of like one of those like unwritten rules type of thing, honestly, that most people do. That's all.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, everyone's
Yeah.
different. It's not like.
No, it's true,
But
true,
to me,
true.
also, though, I don't know about you, but I've always like, and it's more with like the stores. But like right now, for instance, like stocking the shelves.
Oh,
for, like,
yeah,
Christmas
yeah.
stuff, it just feels a little early. That's all.
No, it is very true,
Yeah.
dude. And it seems like again, even earlier than now.
Yeah.
And you want to put some respect on Thanksgiving's name here. Overlook holiday.
food.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Do you not? I think you're turkey. You're not into the turkey.
Not in the turkey, but everything else is always
Right,
really good.
stuffing,
But I will say on
dessert.
Thanksgiving, the turkey with the gravy, like
Yeah.
it's usually pretty good. But I'm not like, oh yeah, let's put on a sandwich with cranberry sauce. No, let's not do that, Tony. I don't
wow,
want
interesting.
stuffing on my turkey because I don't really like stuffing. Honestly.
Oh, okay. What is it? Why? The onions, the bread, the sausage, just the everything.
I guess it's everything. It just like I like a good bread. I like good mashed potatoes. Like I don't need like stale bread like ripped up with celery and sausage bites. Like you want to give me sausage and peppers? Like you know what I mean? I feel like
Yeah.
the things individually are better. Like you're telling me they're not like a great sausage and peppers, great bread, the bread, right? Like you're telling me that stuff isn't better than stuffing?
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
But
they're
what
different things.
I just don't believe in the whole, oh, well, this is like slightly worse, but like it's like a tradition, so let's do it. Like, no, how about let's just have the best of everything?
Yeah, I guess so. So I guess you'll be finding some sausage and peppers on Brian's Thanksgiving Day
No, but a
table.
good sausage and peppers, the sauce, like it's really good.
No, oh, you have sausage and peppers in like marinara sauce and tomato sauce?
Like this isn't even, I'm not even
yeah.
talking like this isn't some tradition of mine. I'm
Right.
just telling you, I enjoy that
far better.
Yes.
Yeah. Interesting. When my mother makes sausage and peppers, she doesn't put any sauce.
Well, I'm just saying,
I
like
feel like
the
very interesting.
juice, Tony. How about
Oh,
that?
the juice.
Like that,
Oh, yeah,
because
yeah,
there
yeah.
is like a natural juice from the peppers
Yes,
and the sausage.
dude.
Again, like it's not sports. He doesn't know what he's talking about. No Sophia. I'm not gonna lie. As soon as I woke up this morning, I thought that whole thing. It was actually like laughing out loud to myself.
I can't, dude. It's so funny. By the way, Renee, she meal prepped sausage and peppers this week. So
She
just
was
FYI,
telling me that.
dude.
No,
Yep,
there was something else she made that sounded good. I
Some
forgot what she said.
juicer thing, I think. I don't know, dude. She's getting into the
No,
juicers.
shrimp. There was a shrimp thing, not a juicer. With
Shrimp,
the shrimp.
really?
Not juicer though. Yeah. And Michael says yes, Barn, so he knows about Sophia.
I don't know about that
Yeah.
one. I don't know, dude. Yep. And then my mother says my stuffing is with fresh bread and it's delicious. No sauce for the peppers, sausage and peppers and onions. All
but,
good.
But you get what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's like, oh, like a tomato sauce. I'm just saying like there's just the juice. Like there's that natural juice from the peppers.
Yeah, the oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
That's
comes out.
great.
The
No,
grease.
I'm saying I
Exactly.
love
The
that.
peppers. Oh my God, so good.
And I'm not
dude. So
doubting
good,
that
so
like
good.
you're
easy to make, dude. You don't have to do anything.
yeah.
Just put in the pot some sauce, let it cook, let's simmer in the sauce, dude. And then talk about like the natural juices, makes the sauce a little spicy from the pepperoni.
Oh man, that's tough. That's tough, especially when it's a Monday. You want to start off fresh,
Yes. Speaking of Monday fresh here, Michael Theophil says Michael Bukta, that is a Fugazi DTV fan, calling him out.
I thought that was supposed to be like you know what I mean. He's comparing him to DTV Dan.
I would imagine that's the typo, dude. And then let's see what else. Michael Bukta wants to talk food in Disneyland.
I
About
mean,
the
I
Disneyland,
don't know
dude.
about all day either, even because I'm already starving too much as it is. Like we kind of almost have to cut it with the food.
That's correct. My mother says sausage and peppers, but that doesn't go with turkey, Brian.
Doesn't go with turkey, but you know what I mean. It's like also again, like I would just be okay with no turkey. Nice ham, dude.
So you prefer the holiday ham? Because I love, like, Christmas time, the holiday ham with the maple brown
No,
sugar
it's so
glaze
good,
on it.
and I never eat ham. But then you're telling me too, there's some left over. Then there's your sandwich. You don't need the cranberry sauce.
Nope.
You just put the ham on. It's
Exactly.
great.
You fry it up with some eggs,
But
dude.
see,
Oh,
yes, like you know what I mean. Yes, that
Yes.
is good, but we don't need like the stuff that's like, oh, it's pretty good, but like let's just have the best stuff.
Yes, Tony. Yes.
Let's just have the best stuff all the time.
best
I don't
stuff all
think
the time,
that's
dude.
too much to ask for.
Why
I
can't
honestly don't.
Just get Southwood pizza every night, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly.
Exactly. Or Rimos. What else we got?
Rimos, right now, what else? Tommy in the house, dude. Of course. He says, "What's up, lads?"
Tommy.
He says, "How about the assist from the bread man to Laffy last night, dude? It was a great pass, and Laffy wide open in front of the net. I mean, just it was low hanging fruit at that point for Panarin.
And nice to win. And we're gonna talk Rangers in a little bit, but if Tommy could, because I don't think he was there when me and Tony were talking about it last night. I'm just curious his thoughts. Like obviously last night feels great. The shutout, quick, and it's like interesting. Sometimes I feel like they play different with Quick and Nat. I don't know if it's just more he's always fresh because it doesn't start that much. But what I was getting at, Tommy, if you could comment what your opinion is, I was saying that I just feel like, really like advancing the playoffs, like despite the record being good, I haven't liked that some of the top teams you haven't beaten, and it's not always about beating the Kraken or the Sharks, that it's important, like right now, maybe get ahead of it and get a playmaker on this Rangers team. So just kind of curious what he has to say about that. I also see Michael Butka saying he's a California guy, not a New York City guy, but Michael,
That's fucked up.
there needs to be a balance. We talked about the Garden.
Fuck the
I
West
can't
Coast.
believe he's not all jacked up.
Honestly,
Kind of the
dude,
Garden.
he doesn't
like,
give a shit about. Oh my god, dude.
yeah, sour cream. But I don't like like a baked potato and like let's put some sour cream and chives on. Like no, I don't want that.
Yeah, I like
it's
that.
too dry. Like I don't
not
like
dry.
that. Yeah, very dry.
It's not that dry. Dude.
No, I'm just saying I don't like that. Like if it's twice baked, it needs to have bacon. Otherwise, I'm done.
Oh, bacon's good, but see,
Yeah.
you put a little sour cream in there, kind of creams it up, less dry. You're off on sour cream.
What's the reason? You know what I mean?
I just told you,
But it's like Diet Coke
creamy up. What?
or Coke in general. You don't need it, dude. That's just what I'm telling you. No, dude, I love a Pepsi. I love a Coke.
love
It's
a
like,
Coke, dude.
but I'm just saying for me, I don't. You know.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, whatever, dude. Whatever. We got some more comments here. For Michael Buckta, he says, "I'm a diehard UConn fan. Diehard UConn fan.
But I hate the Northeast, and I won't go see him at the
I
Garden.
do love my UConn," he says.
You love your Hurley.
And then Jay Bird says, "Can't believe Brian was Dirty Shore, didn't come say hi."
And honestly, Jay did message me. That was on me.
Oh,
And
he
so-
messaged you, really?
Yes. And I was telling him next time for sure. We'll get together. I didn't realize how close it actually was.
That's wild. Yeah, I can see that. Not your territory, man.
No.
And then what's up? My mother says twice baked potatoes with the ham only, I guess, not with the turkey.
That sounds so good. Imagine that right now on a sandwich with the potato on the side. Come on.
With the Italian,
That's sweet
on
grade.
the Italian bread, dude.
Sewage grade,
On the
dude.
Italian bread, dude.
Oh, the Italian bread,
dude.
dude.
I literally last time I went home, my mother gave me a loaf, froze it, forgot about it in the freezer for months, defrosted it, toasted it, tasted like just as new, dude. Like it was.
And then garlic bread's a problem. The whole loaf.
The whole loaf, literally. Like,
with,
so easy.
with the sauce. and going, dude.
And then we have Matthew Gabriel, the birthday boy, in the house, dude.
Happy birthday, brother.
He says baked potatoes suck, dude. I kind of thought he would be a baked potato guy, to be honest, because it's like kind of easy. Just put it in the oven.
No, I want to put it in this right now. I swear to God, because I get like pissed off. Like, it's like so many better ways to make it. It's a disgrace, absolute disgrace.
I really enjoy baked potatoes. Not gonna
They're
lie,
so
dude.
gross.
Like with butter, salt, and pepper, and then I eat the whole.
But
come on.
how is what I just laid out not
Right.
better though? Like dicing up the potatoes, roasting them. Like roasted potatoes are not better than a baked potato, Tony.
I mean, I guess I don't know. It depends on what I'm in the mood for, I suppose. But I will say, like in terms of a cooking standpoint, like just wrapping it in tinfoil and baking it.
I hate that
is, like,
so
so
much.
much easier.
Yeah, I hate that so much, honestly. One of my least favorite things. Good, because like potatoes can be so good, but that's
Right.
the worst way to make them.
So if you had a choice between that baked potato or corn muffin, what do you got?
Corn muffin.
Really?
Absolutely, yeah. Give me some corn, man.
Wow, dude. I thought you were off on the corn muffins.
Better than a baked potato. It's so uninspiring, dude.
Wow, dude.
So uninspiring. And I'm glad Matthew, he knows it as well. So, no, they are good, but don't try it out. Yeah, exactly.
No, exactly. That's why you put a little butter, but I guess whatever. You just come on.
Like, really, though, Tony. Really, I'm disappointed in you. You don't seem like a big mashed potato guy either, honestly.
I love mashed potatoes.
But you're telling me the tinfoil, sour cream, it's so much better than mashed potatoes? Are you serious?
Sometimes it's what I'm in the mood for, dude.
Gross. Honestly, gross, and I'm disappointed in you because you know
Stop it,
your food.
stop. I do.
But I'm just saying, a baked potato sucks.
Baked potato does not suck, dude. It's versatile food, all right?
Another thing that I fucking hate too
What?
is the same thing, but with a yam. It's so disgusting. Like, no, I don't want a baked yam.
Baked yams?
With butter. Oh, put a little cinnamon. It's like dessert. No. It's not dessert. It sucks ass.
Yeah, no, that
okay?
sounds terrible. Yeah, no.
No, but I feel like it's the same thing though, but it's a yam instead of a potato.
I don't think I've ever had that with the yams, though.
No?
No.
But you know what I mean? And then
I've
your
had
mother
someone-
says they're better for you too. I'm guessing she's talking about the yams.
Baked.
But
The yams?
yeah.
Oh.
I think anyway.
Maybe.
But it's
Probably.
like, but that's another thing. Can we just cut it up, throw it in the air fryer? I know I said fryer. You're telling me that's not better?
I don't know if I'm a yam guy, though. I don't think
But
I
I'm
would just
saying
do
you
the yams.
had to have it.
I guess.
So you don't like
yeah.
sweet potato fries?
I hate sweet potatoes.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
that is a fucking
Okay,
that's
that,
bullshit,
like-
dude. Yeah. First of all, and again, the same deal. The baked sweet potato, put cinnamon maple syrup. I'm like, I don't want that.
Yeah,
Baked
yeah.
sweet potato. No, I'm not about that, dude. No sweet potato. If you order sweet potato fries, by the way, with your burger, like there's something wrong with you. That's ridiculous.
But
dude.
what about though the sweet potatoes though? If it's like the pecans and all and like the marshmallows and stuff?
No,
Really?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't think so, dude.
Wow. But I can't believe though. First of all, I'm not a yam guy, but I can't believe you wouldn't say that all dolled up, all your sugar, all that stuff. You're telling me that is not better than a fucking baked
No,
potato
it's not. Absolutely not.
in tinfoil.
No,
Oh, the tinfoil is there. It's
Yeah,
nostalgic.
and you cut it up, dude, and you put your butter, your salt and pepper, and if you feel crazy, I don't know, dude, yeah, you put your sour cream, little cheese, whatever, dude. But even so, just butter, salt, and pepper, delicious with some meatloaf or your ham, whatever, dude.
Okay, but you don't like roasted potatoes. You're telling me.
I do like roasted potatoes.
But you're telling me that's better?
I think I would prefer over roasted. I would have a baked potato, but I think mashed overall is the best.
Can't believe
But
you're
roasted
defending
potatoes
it.
are bullshit.
What else we got here? I'm disgusted.
Let's see. We got a lot. We got people loving the Earl, dude. And then there was some. Let's see, dude. Jay Bird says twice baked potato. That's what they used to call Tony in college. Tommy Donovan says good defensive structure last night. Quick was a brick wall. Obviously, definitely missing Heedle. Johnny Brodzinski is not a solid center for Cooley and Kako. That's for sure. And he says he's been beating the drum. We know trading for Brady Kachuk. That seems to be
Okay,
his
so I
move,
mean, I think
dude.
more or
Yeah.
less he agrees with me because I never said really the defense is a problem. I think it's the offense. The tough goals, Tony, and you like to say you're nitty gritty.
The nitty-gritty, absolutely.
We don't have enough of that. That's the problem.
That's true. That's true. Let's see. And then my mother says very passionate about the baked potatoes. You can personalize them.
Yeah, just personalize them as in twice baked, or in mashed potatoes, or in roasted potatoes.
And then Matthew Gabriel, corn muffins are delish.
Yeah, no, like I said, I will totally like put my feelings aside about that instead of having to struggle through a baked potato. Oh, you want some butter? You want some butter for your baked potato?
Yeah, that's right, dude. Jay Bird baked sweet potatoes are fire. That's ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
And he says, get some Kerrygold butter in there, and you're golden. Kerrygold butter? Irish butter? Delicious, dude.
I mean, probably.
And then my mother says, no yams. Michael Buckto, what is
that's
your...
like a Matariello family tradition, no yams.
we never had the yams.
Ever. There's not been yams in the house.
No, dude.
Ever.
No.
That's crazy.
I think, literally, no.
Wow.
I couldn't even tell you, like, yams, dude.
Wow.
I don't know, dude.
Just so you don't even know what a yam tastes like.
I don't think I've ever really had yams.
That's
swear,
nuts.
dude.
All the food, the palate, Tony, over the years to not
No
have
yams, dude. I mean, I guess...
you're not missing out, honestly.
It doesn't seem like it, man.
No.
Doesn't seem like it. Also, turnips can kick rocks as well. I'm not a turnip
what's
guy,
the
dude.
reason?
What's the reason?
There's so many good tasting vegetables.
Dude, I remember growing up, Thanksgiving, they used to have a bowl of mashed turnips. Not even touched. Not even touched.
Yeah,
Because
dude.
everyone's on the mashed potatoes. Like,
Yeah.
why would you get turnips instead, dude?
No, the baked potato, right? I'm kidding.
Come on, dude. And then Josh B, happy birthday, Maddie G. And Michael Buckto also with a Maddie G. Happy 33rd birthday, buddy.
And he also says, "What's your favorite part of Thanksgiving?" It's kind of interesting. I feel like I'm very like, I'm trying to think of the right word, but like it's like a niche thing for me. Like certain things, like the biscuits, for instance, like those are really good. Love the mashed potatoes, the gravy. Sometimes my Uncle Jay makes the eggplant parm. That's obviously great.
Wow.
And then the dessert. You know what I mean? So those are kind of like, very fried squash too. I like fried squash.
Never had it.
Really good, honestly.
So what's your favorite?
Honestly, though, I would say that pecan pie has always been my favorite.
Really?
Pecan pie with
Dessert
ice
is
cream. I
your
could eat the whole
favorite?
pecan pie, honestly, with vanilla ice cream.
Pecan.
Yeah.
Wow. That sounds really good. Like a hot slice of pecan pie and then that
Yes.
cold scoop of ice cream over the top,
but
dude.
the whole gallon.
Oh, my
Oh, so you can have the whole thing?
dude. All right.
Yeah. It'll be easy to get through the rest of the day without having a feast, right, Tony?
Yeah, dude. My mother, by the way, says we have sweet potatoes. My parents like sweet potatoes. I do not. Jay Bird says this is a potato port this morning. And then my mother says it's an Irish thing. I love them. And then Matthew Ebert says, thank you, God. Thank you, guys. And God, sure. Appreciate birthday wishes. And then he says coconut custard for him, dude.
Coconut custard.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I mean, I get the desserts are good, but to say that like a dessert is like a favorite part of Thanksgiving, that's kind of like a waste.
So
though.
what would
Like,
you say your favorite part is? The baked potatoes?
No. Because again, I want to think of something I don't get often. I mean, the turkey is good, I suppose.
Turkey
but,
is, yeah, please.
yeah, I know it could be hit or miss. Sometimes, like I don't know. Do you ever have a fried turkey?
Yeah,
We
but
did that one year. That
again,
was
it's
really
just
good,
the
dude.
ham's better. Like, you know what I mean? The eggplant parm is better.
Honestly, I would probably say the stuffing is my favorite part because it is something.
There's no
like
need for
once a year,
cranberry
dude,
sauce.
Once a year. Cranberry sauce, I don't really jive with.
No reason.
Yeah, there's really no reason.
Have
Especially, like,
dessert.
comes out of the, straight out of the
Oh,
can.
it's like dessert? No. Give me dessert. Give me my fucking pie. Tony.
Right, no, exactly.
And
Why- I
apple
don't wanna
pie
mix.
also is just as good as pecan pie, by the way.
Yeah, I would say so. Definitely more classic.
Dude, the pie at Dempsey's was fire. Or
Yeah.
Dempsey's.
Dempsey's,
That was
dude.
honestly really. Oh, yeah, you
That's
had
right,
a
dude. I
bite.
had a little bite.
Right? Didn't you think that was pretty good?
So fucking good, dude.
Yeah.
Dempsey's, dude.
So yeah, I think that we've had enough food conversation.
Yeah.
As great as it is, you know what's even better? The world of the National Football League.
He wants Jefferson, climbs the ladder. Oh my goodness! Justin Jefferson, the catch of his life.
Burrow fires, intercepted, picked off at a pick six. Mika Fitzpatrick, an absolute ball hawk.
Niners twist up front and get to Tagovailoa. Bosa again. Mahomes escaping on the move, stops, spins, flips it forward for the touchdown.
Stop it.
Aaron Jones. Oh, what a tackle! Quincy Williams with a pile driver.
All right. By the way, I did send out in the chat the updated pick standings, both the TCA and DTV going 2-1 yesterday. The Dolphins and Vikings hitting for the TCA, losing with the Packers. And then we hit with the Rams and the Steelers, but losing with the 49ers. So we are now 21-12, and they are 16-1. And Josh B with the text, we stink, in all caps with the crying emoji. But I mean, a 2-1 week is good, but I think, burying themselves. But it was kind of interesting too. I think our point was proven. I've been big on, there doesn't need to be a lot of preparation for this stuff. And what do you know? They go 2-1. I mean, that's almost as good as it's going to get.
Yeah, sometimes, dude, like just going with your gut and initial instinct, I mean, it's just the way to go. Because I feel like once you start, like, maybe, thinking too much, obviously you get some storylines, whatever. But sometimes you get, like, wrapped up and, like, oh, man, like, this guy is due or this guy has been good. But in reality, like, you look at the pound-for-pound team here. And for the most part, again, like what your initial thoughts are normally what the outcome will be.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing that I have to say that I'm mad at myself, earlier in the week, I did say, Chargers were going to win. And then I had to change of heart. But it's like the thing that, even though it was so close and the Chargers almost blew a 21-point lead, the thing is like all season we've seen, like just in the clutch, just when you need it most, the Bengals haven't been able to deliver. The Chargers have, and that's why they've won 7 out of their first 10 games. You look at the numbers here. Herbert wasn't great, but good enough. 17 of 36, 297, 2 touchdowns, sacked twice. And on the ground, they ran for 155 yards, 65 of them from Herbert, which is interesting. You don't usually think about him scrambling that much, but J.K. Dobbins, 2 touchdowns, 56 yards, and then Gus Edwards added 27. Their leading receiver, Ladd McConkey, who I believe got injured, but I think
came back in. Yeah, shoulder.
123. So, just what a job, what a transformation Jim Harbaugh has done with this Chargers team. And it's funny too, because going into the year, and was it Michael Butka we were talking about this with like the lack of like receivers in the room? How are they good after losing all those guys? Was it him we were talking about that with?
Was it Buckta?
Well, I know we were talking about somebody with it.
I think it was.
It was Zach. No, it was definitely Butka. It was definitely Butka.
When he was in studio.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, early front runner for Coach of the Year, Jim Harbaugh?
Has to be, right?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the narrative for the Chargers was not good. Dude.
You were doubting him going into the year. I told you.
Watch out, the coaching. Yeah. But even Harbaugh, honestly, too, I was kind of doubting. I was like, oh, he's been here.
No, he's
been in the NFL
coach.
before. Like, what is he going to do?
The Jets would be so lucky, but that'll never happen.
And it was just so weird with that scandal thing, too, in Michigan. Like,
yeah, but college is always fugazi. And it's always been like before they legalized the money part of it, it's always been a scam.
Yeah, no, very true, very true.
But I think, and I know the Bengals, like, listen, they're probably not going to make the playoffs, and it's such a waste. Joe Burrow, they were talking about it on Rick and Dave this morning. I mean, probably would be the front runner for MVP if the Bengals were over 500. They're not. They're 4-7, but he's up to 3,028 yards, 27 touchdowns, 4 picks, a 76 QBR. And
all
the
first
thing
in the league.
is, he has 6 more games to play,
which is ridiculous, too.
So, he might throw for almost 5,000 yards. Depending on how he does.
Like they got to figure it out over there in Cincinnati, dude. I mean, his numbers are ridiculous.
I mean, I guess
I understand.
It's the defense, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, I guess so. I mean, you look at his numbers too. Obviously, listen, the guy drops back a shit ton. I would be interested to see if they are, because we talked about the Chargers being one of the lowest teams in terms of having their quarterback drop back. I would be interested to see if honestly the Bengals are maybe the top one.
Probably, yeah.
Which is obviously why you see so much production out of Joe Burrow here, and he's clean game and everything. But I don't know, man. It's there are times where the offensive line definitely fails him. He was sacked 3 times. Seems like I know 3 may not be a ton, but I mean it's a good amount. And also it just seems like that those sacks always come on like a 3rd and 5 or 3rd and 3 or something like that. Like in a big moment, that's when his O-line kind of fails him. Clearly, McPherson failed him last night, missing those 2 field goals. One of them was, I think, a 51-yarder and a 47, 45. Yeah, makeable field goals. And, I mean, not for nothing. It's like that happened right after Herbert had that fumble. He scrambled, ended up getting hit pretty hard, fumbles the ball, and it looked like maybe, at that point, I think the Bengals were able to march on the field, tie the game up at 27, and then they get 2 good scoring opportunities, aren't able to
51 and 48.
48, yeah. It's like,
and for McPherson, who has one of the biggest legs in the league. But a theme of yesterday was missed kicks. I mean, all over the place there was missed kicks.
Kind of crazy, dude. And it kind of seems, which is so funny, because I feel like who it was maybe 2 weeks ago that missed a 50-yarder. But of course, announcers say how ridiculous it is. These kickers, the percentage of them making in the 50-yard range has been like 80 or 90%, whatever. All of a sudden, we're seeing these guys miss easy ones even this week.
Law of averages?
Maybe, perhaps. But regardless here, it just seems like that at any turn every week that Joe Burrow's team is failing him in general, you know? And yeah, obviously the defense could do better. Like you said, you know, it wasn't like they were putting on like a clinic over there. And not for nothing. I mean, I understand you talk about McConkey and Quentin Johnson.
So around for Quentin Johnson, though. Almost the run.
Almost. Yeah. I wish he would have got me more points yesterday, though, dude. He ended up only getting 12 points. They didn't use him a lot in the second half.
Yeah. No, the potential's there.
Potential is there. But I'm just saying, like, that's what this team is. It's like a lot of potential. So I feel like the Bengals like should have been able to take care of business. But, I mean, again, like, good on Harbaugh, good on Justin Herbert.
But you're tight almost without take out Quentin Johnson.
I just feel bad. I feel bad for
good.
Burrow. I feel bad for Joe. I really do, dude. Like, it sucks.
Yeah. And I mean, what do you think I think you were saying yesterday to Can Taylor?
Yeah, I guess, right? I don't know, man.
But he's like an offensive guy. The offense looks pretty good. So is it like, you know, just have Rex Ryan run the defense, or he's already campaigning enough? Did you hear out of the DNR today? He said that if he was coaching the team, they would be undefeated right now.
Come on, dude.
Yeah, he said it.
Like, did he really?
Yeah.
See, that's what I don't think the Jets need that, dude. They don't need another sideshow.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they got with Aaron Rodgers. You know, like, they don't need a coach now come in that has a big mouth and a weird attitude and is like a talking head, you know, for a show. Like, you know, like, he doesn't need that. The Jets don't need that, dude. And they would not be undefeated. I would bet my life that if Rex Ryan was the head coach, they would not be undefeated right now.
No, like, I don't know. Like, is it because, do you think ESPN looks at it like it's so ridiculous that it's entertaining?
Oh, yeah.
Like, it doesn't necessarily like piss me off because it's like, whatever. He's always been the same guy. But some of the stuff he says, like, it doesn't make any sense. Like saying they're undefeated. Then he's saying that they're coached terribly. But then he takes it a step back and goes, oh, well, I know Ulbrich is a really good, he's coaching him well. After he just said, like, oh, the coaching's terrible.
Like, what are we doing, dude? It is purely entertainment factor. I mean, he's, you know, look at him, dude.
And the we.
Look at him.
I don't remember ever a former coach doing a we as a commentator.
Yeah, like, it's so odd, dude.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah. No, it's yeah, it's definitely not good.
Not good, dude.
But yeah, it is a shame though for Burrow. But I just think watch out, Tony.
If Zach Wilson was on the Jets, they have a better record right now. Guaranteed.
Oh, I thought you were going to say with the Broncos. So I was like, oh, the Broncos look like they're doing pretty well.
No, Bo Nix is coming into form.
You told me, though, going into the year, though, that Wilson should have been the starter.
Well, I thought Bo Nix wasn't
going
to be good, dude.
Bo Nix has played well.
Bo Nix has played very well.
Yeah.
But I still think it should be Zach Wilson. And I honestly do think, like, call up Rex, ask him, too. He'll probably.
Oh, no.
Zach Wilson, dude.
He's not going to say that. I'll tell you that much.
What were you asking me, by the way?
No, the Chargers. I can't believe you, like, I don't know. You just don't. I could just see it, though. You just, I think it's Harbaugh, and you just don't want the Chargers to be a good team. Am I right or no?
No, I don't. It's not that I don't want them to be a good. Imagine it's Ravens, Chargers, and
Broncos. I mean, who would the other team be? The Dolphins? Like, it's probably not going to be the Colts. But I think the Broncos with that defense, you know, even though Dolphins are playing well, but I think they play the Patriots, but then they have some tougher games, you know?
Yeah. Broncos are, what, they're 6-5? Yeah. They're playing the Raiders.
More
the Browns,
likely, I know you're going to hate this question, but more likely that the Ravens miss the playoffs or Farrell said so fast.
Dude, he didn't say so fast.
I just don't get, like, why.
I think it was maybe like, who's that running back? Nico Dowdle, maybe, like running down
Rico
the field.
Dowdle.
Rico, not Nico. Rico Dowdle. Maybe, you know, gives the Texans some trouble up the middle, but I don't know, man. I mean, Cooper Rush isn't going to be throwing for over 300 yards.
But it's interesting because the Cowboys' defense is okay. The Texans haven't really been slinging.
They struggled, dude. Yeah, they've been struggling. But I mean, not for nothing. I don't know, dude. I can see the Texans coming out here looking like the Eagles did against the Cowboys last week. And like,
you really think that bad?
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe not put up 34, but maybe like a 28-10, 24-10. You know, it's going to be, I think, a 2-score game for sure. I think it'd be a resurgence, honestly, for them. I think if there's looking at this opportunity, looking at the -7 here, and I would take that, honestly.
All right. Take your word for it.
Right. I mean, why? Are you thinking the Texans are going to blow it? Take my word for it. Come on.
So it doesn't make sense, but then the thing is, like, what are the Cowboys? Is it 0-4 at home or 0-5?
0-4.
I don't know.
They're about to be. All right, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go. MNF here on November 18th. Reluctantly here. We are in Arlington, Texas, dude, who just recently hosted the Paul freaking Mike Tyson fight, dude. Believe it or not, dude. So, Jerry out here for the Cowboys, 0-4 at home. Brian thinks that may be something in the favor of the Dallas Cowboys here, but the Texans still -7 on the spread. The road favorites. The over-under is 41.5. We mentioned it. Texans dropping 3 of their last 5. Stroud not looking great. The whole team not looking great. The Cowboys, speaking of not looking great, 4-game losing streak, franchise quarterback out for the year. Are they due for the win, Brian?
You know, it doesn't make sense, Tony, but I just have this vision. You go back to 2022, Cooper Mania, 4-1 as a starter. And I'm not going to lie, I mean, looked absolutely atrocious last time out. But something's telling me, I don't know, lightning in a bottle, something. Texans playing uninspiring football. Maybe the defense steps up for the Cowboys, but I think almost unwatchable here in the first half. Maybe we go to the locker room with the Texans leading 9-3. But somehow Cooper Rush, 2 second half passing touchdowns, and somehow, some way, I think the Cowboys end up upsetting the Texans here. I'm gonna say 20-16. So it's gonna be the Cowboys with the points and the under.
Oh boy! All right, dude. Cowboys with the points and the under, dude. I don't know. I think a little bit of the opposite here. I think Stroud does go off. His last great game was, I don't know, week 6 maybe against the Bills or something, week 5. Threw for over 300 yards. And I'm thinking he's going to do something like that tonight. I want to say Nico Collins, right, is probably going to be his big target. I would imagine tonight, obviously, it's been his big target so far. I say he's got a big game, maybe 2 touchdowns, 125 yards. And honestly, I think Stroud maybe at the end of the day runs a couple in by himself as well. Mixon as well, maybe running. I think it's just an absolute bloodbath, dude. I think it's Texans by a long shot here. I'm going to say what I said before. I think 24-10. You know, maybe it's nice. Cooper rushes one in. Maybe in the first, second drive, people are wild. But then it's Bupkis from the offense since then. And there you go, dude. 24-10.
And just like that is your Monday Night Football frenzy. And what I will say, Tony, is kind of my mindset too. And I got chirped a little bit on Instagram for my pick last Monday night,
really?
Taking the Rams over the Dolphins. So at that time, the thought process was no way. And I know, of course, yes, the Dolphins are better than the Cowboys right now. But that was kind of just playing into it where, and I think too, there's just something about, the Cowboys being due. As terrible as they seem, there's just something about that.
I don't think so, dude. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, they had Jerry Jones on during the Paul fucking Tyson fight, dude, and it was just like, oh my god, dude. He's like he was trying to like sell the stadium, dude. Like, you gotta come here. It's a great arena here, you know.
They're winning tonight.
And it's like, I don't
couple
think so,
shackles,
no,
the money line. I mean, the money line must be. I mean, talking about a couple shackles, no?
Yeah, I guess so. Let's see. Yeah. I don't know, man.
More tight about the Cowboys winning or the Chargers making the AFC Championship game?
Oh my
or
gosh,
Sofa.
Sofa, dude. Cowboys definitely not winning, so that's that. I guess that's the most tight.
I can't believe it. Like Chargers, man. It's like
I just said Cowboys.
No, but I'm saying that you're just that tight, though. By the way, Like Quentin Johnston, I thought that would energize you a little bit.
No,
I'm.
I'm.
But you're already
happy for
rolling them out
to.
against the Ravens on Monday night. Like
I would.
But I'm just saying, and we know. I mean, the only thing I would say, I mean, obviously, last time the two brothers met in the big game, the Ravens did win. But now Jim is in Los Angeles. So you never know, right?
No, you never know. It's going to be, no doubt a battle. But again, I mean, you said it.
Plus 280 for Dallas, by the way.
Bengals, defense has been pretty poor.
Right.
Ravens, have shown
but
some,
it's not
some bright
just,
spots.
The
correct. It's not just
the Bengals.
The
I mean,
Bengals.
they've been beating everybody.
Yeah, no, very true, very true. But actually, the teams they've been beating though, their 4-game win streak. What do we got? Like Tennessee, right?
All 7 wins this year. Okay, you
What do we got?
ready
Yep. What do you got?
All right. The Raiders, the Panthers, the Broncos, our
Week
playoff
3?
team right now. No, it was not week 3.
What? No, I'm asking you. What week was that?
6. So
Okay.
that is a
All
good
right, there
win.
you go, yeah.
The Saints, who have been on a bender, the Browns, the Titans, the Bengals, then they lost to the Steelers, the Chiefs, and the Cardinals. But come on, Tony. It's 2 days after the Ranger Penguin
Win.
game. They are beating the Chiefs in Arrowhead. So mark it down.
Wow.
It's happening.
Okay.
I can feel it.
Let's go. Mark it down, dude.
They're ready for it. And I know you get to talk about
I'm marking
the
it down.
quality of the win,
I'm
Tony,
marking it down.
Okay. So just like Farrell in the timestamp, you could mark that one down, okay?
Oh my god, dude, that's so funny.
But there's some good games on the stretch, which is nice to see because we don't always get that. Maybe we'll get one tonight. I know odds are that we won't, but I just think there could be some magic there. So we'll have to see. But if we could go to the world of the National Hockey League.
Speed, here he comes. McDavid shoots, top shelf, he scores! Captain with the overtime winner! That's the middle break. That's a world-class hit right here. Tomsky stepping, rink wide! Made the full split save.
Are you kidding me?
Turn, side of the net, between the legs, and they score! Filthy! David Pasternak, the silver trophy to the Golden Knights.
All right. So the Rangers, second straight victory, 2-0 in Seattle. So quite the battle. No scoring there in the first period. Jonathan Quick with his second shutout of the season, and I believe matching his shutout total from last year when he started 26 games. And this has only been in 4 games. So needless to say, Jonathan Quick has been on the money to start the season. And this is a game, just like the previous game against the Sharks.
This is a game.
Where you had to win. But I have to say, I know it almost sounds too pessimistic coming from a guy who never usually is pessimistic. But I just feel like I just want to see it against like the better teams. Like, and I know this is what you have to do, and it is nice, Tony. I have to say, Jonathan Quick. I mean, by far. I mean, we saw it last year. Same thing. I mean, it has to be the best backup goalie in the league.
Oh yeah.
So to have that on your side is great. But why do you think the offense has been so hit and miss?
Why do I think the offense has been so hit and miss? It's a great question.
Like,
I mean,
where are the 5-goal games, the 6-goal games? I know that doesn't happen every night, but it just seems like it's not happening at all.
it's been a while. I mean, yeah, no, I mean, definitely. I feel like, especially the way they started the season, the 6-0 win against the Penguins.
Yeah.
We talked about it. I mean, you would have expected, more offense, especially with the way certain players were starting the season. Now these players are kind of cooling off a little bit in terms of the goal scoring. Like Panarin, who had that great assist. But again, it's just like, the way he started, you would expect him to have, like 20 goals, like ripping through goals almost, So I don't know, dude. I mean, and you look at, the forwards here. I mean, not a lot of production out of the forwards at all. Not a ton of shots on goal. Your shot leader was Lafreniere, who had that goal from Panarin.
He's off to a good start.
He's off to a great start, dude. He's off to an exact start you want him to be, And he had 4 shots on goal, pressing freaking Grubauer over there for Seattle. But it's just like everyone else. It's like you're saying, where are you? Like, why aren't there enough shots on goal? And I don't know, man. I don't know if it starts on the other end with just putting together kind of a good push or a good shift. But, I mean, we were watching this game at the Horseshoe, and I mean, watching the game there, I didn't see a ton of extensive, shifts where the Rangers seem to really control the puck, the pace, everything like that. It just seems like whatever the Rangers are trying to, enter a zone or something, their play always gets kind of broken up. A lot of their plays, I feel, a lot of their goals you watch kind of almost rely on, maybe even a little, like just dumping the puck in, having a little forecheck, and then hoping that, the puck kind of bounces out or a turnover by the other team. All of a sudden you're in control, odd man rush sort of deal.
We got to be setting the tone, though. That's the thing.
No, you're not wrong. I mean, you're not wrong at all. But, I mean, this is, I don't know. I mean, a shutout win where your defense looked great, like Tommy was saying. I mean, that's a good way to start this road trip. Like, that's what you're going to have to rely on.
Yes. But I just think, coming up, like Vancouver tomorrow, I just think 2 goals is not going to be enough.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, I would think that too.
Probably for the next 3 games, Calgary, Edmonton, maybe Calgary, but I think you're needing to score 3 to 4 at least. And all month they've only scored 5 goals twice.
Yeah, no, I know I'm hearing what you're saying, but I feel like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like what we were talking about in the sense of where at least me was worried, defense. I feel like that they kind of like seem like they're stepping in the right direction towards having better defense, giving, Igor better chances in front of his own net to defend plays, and deflect pucks, and make saves. They obviously did that for Quick last night. And then, honestly, like 41 hits last night by the team. I mean, they were playing pretty gritty. And maybe that's, something Laviolette was focusing on. Because, again, that was something that we talked about. There wasn't a lot of, like, just ferocity in some of the games that this team has started. And I think to come out here, first game of the road trip with 41 hits, focusing maybe more so on the physicality, which is why the shots on goal were a little bit less, which is fine. And your face-off win percentage is great, 55% of the face-offs. I know some people, whatever. But I think there were games where even the wins, I mean, you were not winning a lot of face-offs. But then obviously, clearly, too, I mean, Kraken, the fact that they had no power plays, no penalties given, that's pretty good for them. But then again, you want to turn that into a positive. Rangers, both goals coming with 5-on-5. I mean, that's good, not having to rely on the power play unit to get, a goal on the scoreboard. And I think, honestly, not for nothing, if this game was 3-0, wouldn't you be kind of singing a different tune? Like, if there was one more goal, you're like, all right, 3-0, shutout, like, that's good.
It seems like, though, to be a top team in the NHL, like 3 goals, bare minimum?
Yeah, no, 3 goals would be the bare minimum in which you would want to win.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't be singing a different tune?
Bare minimum? You know what I mean, though? It's like...
Yeah, no, I understand that, dude.
And I want to see guys creating their own shot. I want it to be like, when we go up against Florida, like the anxiety that we get when Verhaeghe or Kachuk has the puck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's Tommy saying?
He says he would love to see some more offensive zone time, kind of like what I was saying, where they just don't have those sustained shifts. But he says the Rangers aren't built to win a track meet like that.
But then, like, that's what so this is how you beat Florida then.
Well, again, that's like, I'm sure Tommy would say it, bring in Brady Kachuk. He's a guy who can kind of ground and pound and hold the puck and sustain, a shift.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, look at a lot of their goals. It is broken plays or just hard pushes to the net. They induce, 3-on-2 or 2-on-1, which is great. And that's what you want to do. Like when that happens, like you want to score in those opportunities, but it is like those long standing shifts we don't see. Like Tommy's talking, more offensive zone time would be great. Because that's, I feel like, when you have plays like that where it's like quick offensive spurts and then you go back on defense, you're kind of relying on that. I feel like it's, at least as a fan, I'm always just like, there's always like a chance that the other team's going to score right now because they're having the puck. They're getting, the possession time, the zone time. And for teams like the Panthers, I mean, there's only so much, zone time you can handle with them in your face, So
Kachuk, get it done, Jury. Put the pie down, right?
The pie down, dude. Boy, I haven't had Colony in like a really long time.
I had it last week. Fire.
Did you really?
Yeah. So good.
Whatever.
Southport was really good last night, though.
Southport was
Spot on.
slapped, dude.
But it's kind of funny that you think you could take down the Sicilian second try.
You don't think so?
I mean, what happened the first time? I wasn't here for it, but it seems like you going into it too. Was it like, no question, like I'm finishing this thing?
Well, because again, listen, I'm not one to like point the finger at people, but Michael was really doing everything in his power to so I don't do this.
Yes.
And like the whole like giving me an hour at first thing, then I started eating really fast.
Okay.
And then it like wasn't, and then like not for nothing, like that doughy, like dude, my jaw was like killing me trying to eat
The jaw.
fast.
Michael can't wait to prove Tony wrong.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
is this happening this week or? Like
I don't know. He's been saying that for months, and he just hasn't really shown up. He hasn't shown up. Like he hasn't done it. He hasn't gotten it done. So I don't know. He can talk and talk and talk like Conor McGregor.
But you're
over there,
guaranteeing, like you could say, Michael doing this, Michael doing that. Like next time, like there's a full Sicilian in front of you from Southport. You're finishing it.
Absolutely,
There's
dude.
not
Like,
gonna
I'll
be,
be
like,
prepared.
The stomach,
And it
the
won't
dairy.
be, and he's not like blasting music in my ears. He's like, like that. And I'm like, dude, just trying to eat my food.
put him in the other
dude.
room.
Yeah, put him in the other room,
And just
dude.
a feed, just like you.
Exactly, dude.
Like zoned in, so there can't be any like
No distractions,
pizza on the
dude.
floor
That's
or anything.
it.
We'll have all the cameras set up. Okay.
Exactly.
A couple more comments here. Tommy saying, great. Now I got to drive to Norwalk for a sausage hot oil. And the hot oil is so good. Honestly, it's the
good,
best.
dude.
And then Michael also says, you couldn't do it. That's it. If anyone takes however long they want, of course you can finish it. He couldn't do it. He can't do it. I'll do it in less than an hour, guaranteed.
All right. I mean, there you go, dude. Less than an hour. You hear that? Guaranteed.
I think-
less than an hour, dude.
I
Less than an hour.
I still,
That's
even with
fine.
the Michael chirp, I'm like, were you going into it starving or no?
I really don't remember, to be honest, dude. I think so. Probably. I mean, it'd
Yeah.
be dumb if I didn't, right?
Yeah. No, I'm just surprised though, because it just seems like you'd be like jacked up, like gonna do it, you know?
Yeah, no, I was, but again, like this Michael was just really like making me have a bad time, you know. Like I didn't even want to be here anymore. dude,
Wow.
you know?
Wow, shots
Like,
fired.
oh,
Like a
gosh,
separate
dude.
room, separate pies.
Yeah.
So, Rangers will be back in action tomorrow against Vancouver. So that is a test. That would be good. And like if we were to beat them 2-0, Tony, I definitely would feel pretty good. And taking a look around the league from last night, the game Chokery was at the Lenovo Center. He was treated to a 4-1 victory and actually 4 unanswered. So they were down 1-0 early, 4 straight goals. Nikas, the player of the game here, 2 goals, 2 assists. And then Kochekov, 29 of 30 in net. The Hurricanes, Tony, are now 13-4.
Yeah, and some people, seem like they were counting them out almost, dude.
Yeah. I think they're one of the best teams in the East.
It just goes to show that the amount of depth they've collected over the past few years, which is obviously a huge reason why they've been so good and threatening in the playoffs.
Brendan Moore as well.
Yeah, dude, it's absolutely great, dude. They've been killing it there in Carolina, and obviously, another team that, in my opinion, like has a target or should have a target on their back, especially if you're the New York Rangers.
And I almost think, Tony, that they're like the top threat to the Rangers, other than Florida.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard, it was hard to argue against that.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been, I would say, the top threat the past few years. Obviously, the Panthers, ever since, being the wild card, knocking out the Bruins, a bit different when the Cup. But still, that doesn't count out the Hurricanes. I mean, the East is so ridiculously competitive. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, those are the teams you need to be able to beat. The road does run through them,
And it seems like pretty soon we're going to be saying Washington is one of those teams now, 12-4. Ovechkin with the hat trick last night in Las Vegas. So, I mean, pretty unbelievable the start that this Capitals team has had. And do you think almost like the chase of Gretzky's record has found the fountain of youth in Mr. Ovechkin?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, I feel like Ovechkin, listen, I mean, he had a tough year last season. People are so quick to count him out, and I get it, the age and whatnot, but I mean, this guy is just built differently, I think people who were counting him out are like, oh, he may not get it. He's not like, he will probably die before he doesn't break this record. He's gonna break this record. It's just really a matter, is it gonna be this season or next season? Obviously, right now with that hat trick, I think he's 28 goals away or something.
He's 866. Is it 893 or something?
894.
894, okay.
So Yeah, I think he's going to be this year. He's on track for that. The team is doing well. Goaltender's been solid. The rest of the team, Strome, Tom Wilson has been rallying around him. And then, they do have some younger players that obviously past couple of years were doing dog shit. Maybe another year, they fix it up. They're playing, they're contending. It'd be interesting to see, though, again, late in the season, what some of these guys are playing like. Is that ground and pound, gritty, offense they're putting out there on the ice still going to be sustainable deep in the season, deep in the playoffs? I guess time will tell. But in terms of Ovechkin, I would expect him to break Gretzky's record.
Yeah. No, he's jacked
like
up.
this season, I should say.
Kudos to them. How about the Predators? 5-3 over the Canucks. So maybe, beating them up before we see them tomorrow night. Stamkos, Fountain of Youth, 2 goals. Maybe, if they're out of the playoffs, maybe he's the guy that gets dealt.
Fountain of Youth? Yeah, maybe, I guess. The power play goal, I think he's now, 11th all-time in power play goals, I believe. Which was his bread and butter his whole career, the one-timer from the slot. But, yeah, I guess so. If he heats up, that's great. But he's been so lackluster, much like the rest of the team so far this season. So I guess we'll see. I wouldn't say Fountain of Youth quite yet, Brian.
Saros, maybe a guy that gets dealt as well. If they continue to crumble. Obviously, good win last night. We'll see what they do going forward. But we do have a pick 6 tonight. So let's do a Monday night edition of the Frozen Frenzy.
Let's go. Starting the week off right with a solid slate of games. We got 6 of them. It's a 6-pack, baby. It started off 7 p.m. here in the Northeast. Boston, Massachusetts. The Bruins at TD Garden taking on the Columbus Blue Jackets here. Columbus naturally the road dogs at plus 170 here. Tickets as low as $32 for TD Garden. Look at that. Total is 6.5 here for your over-under. Blue Jackets have dropped 4 of their last 5 games. They did beat Pittsburgh 6-2, surprisingly. But other than that, dude, they've been lackluster in the scoring, lackluster in the defense, lackluster on the goaltending at 6-9-2. Speaking of lackluster, the Bruins at 8-3. Been solid at home here, naturally. But another team here dropped 3 of their last 5 games. 2 of them dropping in OT here, which is kind of tough. But Swayman, kind of almost like he's coming back into his own. Then he has a bad game. Goals against is high. Columbus potential upset, maybe, Brian?
No.
Wow.
Put your shekels away here. Minus 200 is the way to go. I think this is 5-2 Bruins. I know they haven't played great, but I think they have far more talent than Columbus. So that would be the Bruins and the over. I
don't hate the pick, but I'll take the value bet here. Elvis Merzlikins, dude. Second shutout. Sam Rosen favorite. Second shutout of the year here against the Bruins at TD Garden. And I guess give me Marchenko with 2 goals and an assist. I say Blue Jackets 3-0. So Columbus and the under. Next game here, still 7 p.m. NHL Network. We're in Philadelphia, sticking in the Northeast. Wells Fargo Center in the Flyers take on the Avs here. Both teams about 500 here. Flyers 8-2. The Avs 9-9-0 here. Because of that, the Avs here are your road favorites at minus 190. Over-unders at 6.5. The Flyers, wait a minute now. Winners of 4 of their last 5. 3-game win streak. 1 shutout here against the San Jose. Overtime win against Ottawa. Regulation time against Buffalo. Trending in the right directions. Avs to drop the game against the Caps. But hey, they're not Buffalo. They're not Ottawa. They're not San Jose. Is it a get-right spot for the Avs or the Flyers? Step it up, dude.
The Flyers, Tony. Come on. The Avs, again, I'm going to go with the talent, go with the heavy favorite. I just think offensively, they're just a lot better. Sometimes the defense isn't up to par, but that doesn't matter. So you can win a game like this 6-3. That's what they do. McKinnon, hat trick, Avs, and the over.
I'm going to go with the dog again, dude. A day of dogs, dude. Let's go with the Flyers at home. They've been hot right now. Travis Konechny, someone who's been super hot. I believe he has, maybe 10 points in his past 11 games, something like that. 22 points on the season, heating up right now. Split 11 goals, 11 assists. Give me a hat trick from him tonight. Avs, a little bit in shambles here. net a few ones, no doubt, but the Flyers win this game. I'll say 5-3. So Flyers and the over there at Wells Fargo. Next game, third game of the night, dude. Let's go to Montreal as the Canadiens hosting the Oilers. A short trip here for Edmonton, 7:30 p.m. at the Bell Center. Edmonton minus 280 on the road. Talk about the value dog. Over under is 6.5. Oilers just dropped an OT loss, 4-3 to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Their past 3 games have gone to overtime. Are their legs tired? I don't know. We'll find out. I would love to take Montreal right now, dude.
Do it, dude.
All right, I'll do it. I'll take it. I'll take Montreal. The Canadiens here, Caulfield, Suzuki, Montembeault, dude. Obviously, great job with those players right there. Darnell Nurse injured, could be out today. Took a tough hit from Ryan Reeves in the game against Toronto. Cut, bloody, tough defenseman. If they do miss him, they will certainly miss him, dude, if you know what I mean. Give me Montreal Canadiens in an offensive explosion here. Oilers tight. Getting bashed around before they get bashed around by the Rangers themselves. Canadiens win this one, edge them out 4-3. Canadiens and the over, dude. So let's keep this night of dogs going. The Ducks traveling to Dallas to take on the Stars here. Anaheim plus 340, Brian. 8 p.m. ESPN plus. Over under 6.5. Stars hot 3-game win streak. Ducks just took care of business against Detroit. What do you think? Dallas winning this game though?
Yeah. No, I know. It's like I don't want to go chalk the whole night, but I feel like I have to. I have another game that may be an underdog special. But yeah, I'm going to say the Stars. I'll say 6-3. So the Stars in the over and a Tony favorite, Duchesne with the hat trick.
Great call there. I will echo that sentiment in the Stars. I'm going to say the under, though. Ottinger's second shutout of the season against the Ducks here. They have no offense. Stars win 4-0. Next game here, just 2 more left at 9 p.m. One of the hottest teams in the league right now, the 12-4-1 Capitals, traveling to Salt Lake City, Brian, to take on the Utah Hockey Club. Washington, minus 115 here on the money line. Honestly, Vegas not giving them the respect they deserve, I think, right now. And it opened at 120, so watch out. Total is 6.5 here. You know, the Caps just beat Vegas, just beat Colorado as well, scoring 10 goals in the 2 games against them. The Hockey Club, speaking of Vegas, just lost 4-2 to them. I mean, does it seem like the Hockey Club can stop the Caps at all?
Yeah. I think this is the time, a back-to-back, a road trip. This is the dog. And listen, the Capitals playing well, but I think Utah well-rested. Connor Ingram up for the task. Clayton Keller, 3 points, 2 goals, and an assist. And I'm going to say 3-2 Utah. So it'd be Utah and the under.
Utah and the under. Dude. All right, Utah. I'm going to go with the Caps. Why not, dude? I think, Charlie Lindgren, our boy, will be getting the start here against the Hockey Club. And I guess it's nice with Dylan Gunther and Clayton Keller. But give me the Caps here. OV, another goal, another assist from him. Dylan Strome, maybe 3 points on the night. Searching for that 30th point. Won't get until next game, though. I say Caps win 4-2. Caps and the under. Let's go. Last game here. We're going to go to San Jose, Brian. The Sharks taking on the Red Wings at 10:30 p.m. Who's staying up for this one? I don't know. Detroit minus 140. Over under another 6.5. The Red Wings in shambles. 2-game losing streak, dropping 4 of their last 5. But the Sharks, 3-game losing streak, also dropping 4 of their last 5. Are the Red Wings bouncing back here, or do the Sharks get the upset at home?
The Sharks, who have been without their captain, Tony, all season long, have been a tough opponent. I mean, the Rangers barely got by. They lost in the shootout to the Penguins and the Flyers. Also won a 1-0 game against New Jersey, so it's showing me that they're competitive. They stay in games, and I know you're going to talk about DeBrincat or whatever his name is, and Larkin. But the Sharks are the winners here. The Sharks are the dogs, and I think this is an under game. Take the plus 120, under 6.5. I'm going to say Sharks will win this game 2-1. So an old-fashioned defensive battle. Sharks in the under.
Defensive battle, I could see. A goaltending game, maybe. But I think Detroit takes this one. I'm going to say maybe 3-1, 3-2, like you say, low scoring. But it is Dylan Larkin. Mid to late third period, the go-ahead goal there. I'll say Red Wings win 3-2. Bang!
Just like that. That is your Monday edition of the Frozen Frenzy. Your mother says apple pie, Tommy DeVito will do it. That is something that I forgot to mention. Giants officially naming him the starting quarterback to not have to worry about the Jones injury guarantee or Drew Lock reaching those incentives. And obviously, I guess for some of the fans, because of the last year's stiletto, the agent, all of that, the Cutlets, maybe some of them are excited, but I know a lot of them just feel like the season's over. They want a new quarterback. So to me, it just seems more like a money move more than anything.
I mean, it's so odd because, people were calling up ESPN radio like, dude, like this guy could win us games potentially. And it's like, no one wants the wins.
And it doesn't matter because he could try and still not do it,
right. But still, it's just like, I don't know. Why? I don't know, man.
Well, but I'm saying for them, it's like they'll have to pay Locke a couple more $1 million if you reach a certain incentive. So that's why they don't want to play him.
But why not just keep Jones in there then?
Because if Jones gets injured, then he's guaranteed salary next year. Right now, they don't have to pay him anything. They can just cut him.
You think they're going to cut him?
They've already decided they were going to cut him. So, but do you think though, if they come out off the bye, DeVito game-winning touchdown, then the calls are gonna start and future quarterback, give him a shot, local kid, or no?
Yeah, absolutely, dude.
Delusion,
absolutely, dude. Yeah, it is delusion, dude. It really is.
The agent is gonna be getting appearances again.
I think Rick and Dave called him this morning. What's the agent's name?
Stiletto.
Sean? Oh yeah, no,
they didn't. It was somebody else.
Somebody
yeah,
else.
yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, just that was a good one by your mother. And other than that, just a couple quick things here. We did have a winner yesterday at the Butterfield Bermuda Championship. I caught a little of this before the game started, but Rafael Campos, 80 starts on tour, picking up his first PGA Tour victory, a whopping $1.242 million. And it was interesting. I want to say it was on the 13th hole or something. He missed a 2-foot putt, but yet won by 3. I don't know if I've ever seen somebody miss a 2-foot putt and then win by multiple strokes. Kind of crazy. So congratulations to him. Rounds of 70, 65, 62, 68. Tony favorite Andrew Novak finishes second, 3 shots back, 67, 68, 62, 71. Also, Francisco Molinari, one of his best tournaments in years, a tied for 17th, 68, 66, 70, 70. Wesley Bryan, also tied for 17th, 67, 72, 61, 74. So the 61 tying a course record. So strong performance by him. Seamus Power, 9 under, 72, 68, 70, 65. So a strong tournament for him as well. Kevin.
Backed opportunity, dude. It would be nice to see him get another win here. First of the year. After a few, top 10 finishes over the course of the season. But he blew it, dude. I was watching it. I don't know, dude. For some reason, his play off the tee was bad.
Yeah, he's just shanking everything.
Shanking him, and he finds himself in the rough. And it's again, sometimes he have great recoveries and a par, and even birdieing certain holes. But it was just, that tough play off the tee would just set him up for failure. And even so, he had great rounds. I think, Sunday he shot a 72.
Yeah.
And it's come on, man. You got to.
But the winds, right? The ocean.
Beautiful. Yes. Bermuda Butterfield. Yes. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
I think we got to find a different spot in the calendar for this one. I feel like we're wasting it. Wasting a good venue.
I mean, not for nothing, though. It's I see that. And then, obviously it's not like that here. So it's just all right, the hell.
Yeah, exactly.
So whatever.
But we finally get a top 5 golfer playing in a tournament next week. Ludwig Aubert defending his title at the RSM Classic. So that's going to get underway Thursday, St. Simons, Georgia. We'll talk about this on Wednesday. But also we will have Brian Harmon, Austin Eckroat, Sepp Straka, Denny McCarthy, JT Poston, Chris Kirk, Lucas Glover. So, I think for a fall event, those are some bigger names, and a lot bigger than what we've seen up to this point in the fall season.
True, yeah. I mean, Ludwig Gobert, though, another guy has been on my shit list, you know?
But
Tough year.
we know he's going to be great.
Yeah,
We know it.
no, yeah, I guess so. But, you know, let's see it, dude. Let's see it, like, defend your title.
And then, of course, the story of Wesley Bryan and Joel Damon trying to, you know, keep their status here moving forward. So Damon with a little bit of a clunker to finish out, you know, over in Bermuda. So what does he have in store at the RSM? We'll talk about that on Wednesday. And then other than that, it's just going to be, you know, Tigers Hero Challenge in a couple weeks. The Grant Thornton, the combination event with the LPGA. And then the next time they will be teeing it up is going to be at the Century in Hawaii. So we will have the start of the 2025 PGA Tour golf season. Whose year is it right now?
Oh God. I mean, I guess I want to go young. I want to go Victor Hovland. That's who I want to go, dude. Do. I mean, obviously, you know, I was hoping for a better year from him this season, but I'm gonna double down. I'm gonna say it's his year.
Multiple majors or not?
No, multiple wins, but I'll give him just one major.
Does anybody have multiple majors this year?
No.
Well, so another parity year.
Another what?
Parity
year?
Yeah, I mean, I know like last year was the outlier because
Right.
Xander won 2 and
Yeah.
Scotty, you know, had the Players and the Masters.
So yeah, I mean, let's mix it up, dude. Like I do think like it's gonna be like, I don't know. I mean, not for nothing. The past couple of seasons following the PGA, I mean, like it's definitely like each year's different in terms of who's the big name. I
Yeah.
feel, you know, like who's the outlier.
Yeah, and going into last year, I mean, who would have thought Xander would get 2?
Yeah, no one.
After really falling short many times.
So let's go.
Yeah. No, I always enjoy the start of the season, the West Coast swing. And then lastly, we were talking about this, I think, with Mike a little bit last night, but the Knicks did hang on to win over the Nets, 114-104. Winners of their last 2 games now 7-6. Towns 26-15. Jalen Brunson struggling 3 of 14, 12 points, 10 assists. A lot of his numbers down. Anything to make of that, or just the whole thing we talked about already? The gelling, the teammates, they're going to be a solid team. Just give it time.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it seems to be the sentiment, you know, especially when you play the Nets. Was it back-to-back games?
Back-to-back games, yeah.
And obviously that first game you had to, you know, rely on, was it Brunson who needed like a late game 3 or something, whatever. And here, you know, I guess a little bit more decisive, I suppose. But you know, beating the same team twice is always indicative of good chemistry on your team. So yeah, let's go. Maybe a little bit of a run.
And speaking of a run, back on the court, running to Madison Square Garden, hosting the Wizards, who are 2-10 tonight. So
Okay, so there we go.
gotta win.
Are
Must
you
win.
expecting the win? Must win?
Yeah, it would be the NBA. You never know what'll happen, but you
Yeah.
would assume the win.
Like if you were betting,
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't even know what the spread is. Did you win for fantasy basketball?
I did.
So did I.
All right. Yeah, you're in first, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, you are.
Josh, a loop graphic.
Yep.
I really can't believe they fell. Like, I know I say it every week, but they fell off that bad with the graphic. Like, it's like they were that excited, and then now it's like you just don't even care. Like, are you kidding me? Like, we weren't like that. We were all in every week.
Always all in, dude.
Knicks 14.5 point favorite. Do they cover?
Jesus, 14.5 points. I don't think they cover that. That seems like a lot, dude. And I know Washington, I mean, obviously, they're I don't know. No way. 14.5.
I'm gonna say they cover.
I can say they win by 10,
14.5.
12, maybe.
14.5.
How if that number continues to like increase, like
20. 25.
No, you take
30.
it. Stop it, dude.
No, I would take it at 20. I think they're gonna blow them out. The Knicks are a good team. I'm telling you, they need a little more time.
Okay.
By the start of the show tomorrow, will we have official word on Sophia?
I think we will actually. Yeah.
Okay.
Sophia.
But I know Mike wants to find it because come on, right? Don't you think he wants to find
He
it?
just likes to prove me wrong, dude. That's what he likes to do.
I feel like you're just too confident about it.
Cause like, come on, like it did not. Like I don't.
Farrell, Tony's the Colin Farrell expert now. All of a sudden.
Oh.
But yeah, so that about does it. But I have to say, a tremendous Monday's show.
What a way to kick off the week, dude.
And we really appreciate everybody who tuned in and continues to comment, like, and subscribe. All of the archives on the YouTube page, Tony, Michael, Renee, and Jane. Costume the merch at downtowntv.com. Want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the games, and we will see you mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.